attachment theory is cited and used by clinicians, counselors, and psychologists. The theory goes like this. A child develops in a healthy manner established by a home base that's present, secure, and calming. And usually it's a parent or two. It's nonverbal attachment. And the illustration I learned from one of my counselor friends is this. Visualize a mother and her little girl in an indoor children's playroom. So there are toys and books and other parents and children, obviously. And she watches them from the lap of her mom. And then the little one gets down and she walks over to the blocks and she sits down and she plays for a bit. Then she gets up, runs back to her mom, and hops in her lap for another little cuddle. Maybe she takes a sip from her sippy cup, picks her nose, twirls her hair, and then down she gets again and out she goes, over to the other kids and the toys. But eventually, of course, she's back holding her mom's leg, clinging for a bit before she runs off to the other kids again. And this is normal, healthy behavior, going out, coming in, going out, coming in. And this is a classic example and the beginning of secure attachment. Children get this first from their parents or a caretaker. And securely attached children grow into confident, adventurous, relationally healthy adults. They like to learn, to explore, to empathize and trust, and are aware of self and others. Secure attachment gives them a deep sense of who they are and where they belong and where they fit in the world. Now hear this. Keeping the vision before you of who you are and what's possible, and then turning it into reality, happens when you become securely attached, ultimately, to God. If you aren't securely attached, you might see the vision and even hold it for a little bit, but your strength is going to run out. You'll eventually get sleepy again. But maybe you say you're already attached to God, but maybe not. If you didn't have secure attachment with your parents, with at least one parent or caretaker, you may struggle with this with God, but I promise you, God is and wants to be the parent you never had. And God is the perfection of the parents you love who did give you your secure attachment. It began and is always perfected with God. Listen to how the Apostle John, that's Jesus' best friend and the disciple known as the Beloved, the one I mentioned in the previous video. Listen to what he wrote about how we could attach ourselves to God and what that would mean for you and for me. But whoever did want him, that's Jesus, who believed he was who he claimed and would do what he said, he made to be their true selves, their child of God selves. I love the Message translation. That's John 1:12. You want a secure attachment to God? Ask him. One of the most popular English female followers of Christ in the 14th century, Julian of Norwich, said it beautifully this way. Until I am substantially united to God, I can never have perfect rest or true happiness. Until that is, I am so attached to him that there can be no created thing between my God and me. So what's possible for the securely attached modern woman? What's possible for you in your life right where you are today when you are securely attached to God? Stability. My husband doesn't love me the way I want him to, but I'm not devastated. Rest. People are spinning out of control all around me, but I'm strangely calm. Vision. Oh, I see the vast possibilities for this little ministry, this investment in my children, this painful season of suffering. Knowing God is cheering you on that he's for you. Knowing you're deeply loved by God and can actually be securely attached to God, give you what you need to step away from being lulled to sleep, from one-dimensional survival into three-dimensional, remarkably awake womanhood.